This free acrylic tutorial is being brought to you by the Ginger Cook Academy of Fine Art and Acrylic Painting, and contributions from caring viewers like you. Now, on with the show. And now, without further ado, I have the distinguished honor and privilege of presenting to you the Queen of Color, the Mother of Artists, globally acclaimed, award-winning master acrylic artist, and the star of our show, Ginger Cook, as she once again mesmerizes her audience with the daring do's and don'ts of painting with acrylic.
Just start me.
Shh. Well, are you going to talk or what?
What?
What? No.
You said shh.
Well, that was earlier. Now it's you're live.
Oh, hi. Okay.
Houston, Texas.
Oh my goodness. I'm telling you what. This is.
Hey, that shirt. I want one of those.
You like my shirt?
I do like your shirt. It says Ginger Cook's 2019 birthday bash.
Absolutely. Where could one get such a fabulous shirt like this,
Oh,
John?
you know, I happen to have a link somewhere. Wait a minute. Oh, I'd have to do the whole T-shirt to do it, though. Oh,
Well-
let's just slap this on top of her for a second.
Oh, thank you
Because
so much.
we can do that.
Just cover my face,
Bam!
right? Bam.
Bam! You're gone at the moment. What the heck?
Oh.
All right, I'll bring you back.
You hear my voice? Yeah.
Oh, yeah, you can hear you.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So you guys, yes, I'm wearing this. You know, we're going on our birthday cruise.
Our birthday bath cruise.
In a week, we'll be there.
1 week.
With
We're gone.
40 of our
Closest friends.
and fans from YouTube and the Academy, who've decided, our Facebook club, who decided to join us, and we reached our maximum limit. That it is full, but anyway, we're going to have a blast, and we made up these T-shirts for the birthday bash, and we also have them without the birthday bash. If you just didn't want to put the birthday bash on there, I don't know. I don't know, but if you were one of those people that didn't, and they come in different sizes and colors, and that's kind of cool, because not everybody wants to some people want other styles, though not all styles have the same colors. How's that?
Yeah, all styles and all sizes aren't available in all different
But
varieties.
the images, some people want V-necks and tank tops, and you gotta be really young to wear a tank top, but you know.
Back in my day.
Back in my day, I'm trying to remember when I wore tank tops. It's been a while. So, okay, so you guys, today we're going to talk about bridging the gap in your painting
I
skills.
have a question already. How many cookies is this beautiful painting?
Oh, gosh, this is maybe 1.5 cookies. It's a really simple painting. It's hard to believe because it looks complicated. Sometimes simple can be complicated, but when you break it down, people look at our stuff and I think they just kind of skip over our channel. Never could do that. Moving on. Never could do that. And honestly, when you sit down and look at a lot of our videos, it's just really, you do step 1, step 2, and it just starts to break down and make sense to you. And I always tell people, when you're looking at any kind of painting, ask yourself first, what do I know for sure? Okay? That's what you want to ask. What do I know for sure? And kind of go from there, because there's always something you can observe in a painting that you know for sure. Like, I know for sure there's some trees. I know for sure there's a bridge. I know for sure that the posts on the bridge are straight up and down.
They better be.
You know, for the most part. I mean, a little bit, but you know, for the most part, they're parallel to the sides of the canvas, okay? And I know for sure that there's some white in the picture, and there's probably some purple, and there's some yellow and orange. So see, look how much you knew already, and you didn't even think you knew that. And so then if we take those little bits of knowledge and say, what's our paint order? For instance, you know, ever heard the expression, what came first, the chicken or the egg, or don't put the cart before the horse?
Oh, yeah,
well, in bridging the gap with your painting skills, you want to know layers of, you know, what to put first. I remember one time I was in this art class in Houston, and I was down there at Glassell, and there was this gal, and she was doing this oil painting, and she had this person, and then she was trying to put the background behind the person. So challengingly difficult. It just
Paint back to front?
Yeah, you know, she was painting front to back, and it's just it's the opposite way, you know. We'll do some, and you know, these are the kinds of things we'll add to. I should put a note to self: add to Ginger gems paint order, that one we automatically put in there, because then we'll go into depth and explain why. Because really, if you haven't watched the Ginger's Gems, they're 5 to 8 minute fast clips.
I think you hit a 9-minute one. What was your last one, 9 or 10?
No, it was 8 actually. Still 8. Yeah, you thought it was longer, but it wasn't. So anyway, it's the idea is that I have a train of thought, and you just disambubulated it. You derailed me. Well, never mind. You're just going to have to find out more about paint gems and look for these Ginger's Gems, because that's the stuff you want in a playlist. We've had a lot of views. And if you have, just check those out. I don't put them in my newest videos, but they are in a playlist. I should get that playlist up on the top of the list, though, right, John? That's the problem. Is I should get those gems. I know, but note to self. Okay. All right, let's just start with let's scoot down onto the picture that we're actually painting here.
I scooted.
How long ago did you scoot?
Just now.
Just now. Oh, good. So he's keeping up here, you know. It's early in the morning. I have to say that after, we won't be live next Sunday, but we will be live Saturday sometime.
We're doing Saturday Saturday's going to be at 1, Friday's going to be at 7:30.
Okay. And are we sure about that? Because we're not conflicting with anyone else?
No.
What?
Who could we be conflicting with?
Well, I want to make sure.
Nobody does Friday night.
No, what about Saturday?
Saturday at 1? I
Yeah.
don't think so.
Well, we'll double check, but we think that's the plan right now. Look at the schedule, and then then we'll make sure. And then anyway, we're doing that, and that's really pushing it because we're all packing and ready to go. And
We're not doing Saturday at 7:30.
yeah, okay. Well, there you go. So anyway, here's our picture, and if you did a light gold background or light yellow background, that's fine. See my little stack of canvases? This happens because of the extra paint, like what's over here. Is the palette showing?
Yes, it is.
So you see my hand? So that's just, rather than waste paint, this is what we do. Now, and so I was looking through here, and the closest thing I had to gold was this. Good enough, right? If you didn't have gold, you could use orange. How's that? Let's just be a little liberal here. And where do you get all these? Well, these are the Paramount. I think there are a few tablets here, right? These are our Paramount tablets we get from Jerry's, and they're 6x8 real canvas. This particular one is linen. Can you tell? Because it's got the brownish background. If you're wondering, people always say, when do you buy linen canvas? When you can afford it? When it's on sale, right? Mm-hmm. Because if you get very seldom, basically, but it's nice. And linen is so much smoother. If you're really into portraits, I would say this: if you're really into portraits, like Alicia is over there in China, and there was any way she could get a hold of linen canvas, that would be the thing to do your portraits on. If you could swing it, because you'll just be shocked at how much easier it is to paint on. That being said, one thing you can do with your canvas to get it something very, very smooth, if you're doing something with great detail and you need it smooth, is do a few coats of gesso, dry and sand between. Do a few layers, and you can get it pretty much like glass too. So let's.
Do we sand these sheets? Yes, we do.
Yeah, we do. John sands them, and they're very, very nice. And so here we go. Here's our picture, and here's this. And can you see my humidifier? Can they see that?
No.
All right, let me just show you to you. We got this.
Don't tip it.
I'm not tipping it. There's our little humidifier. Can you see that? And we're trying that. People have asked us, what do you do when your house is too dry, and either summer or winter, and your paint's drying out too quick? One lady I know has some small, tall ones, kind of in this shape, right? And she puts one on each side of her easel, and she said that really made a difference. I'm just putting it on this side of our palette here, and we'll let you know if I see any difference. Okay? It is making some sort of humidity in the air. Now, I think if I had a wall on this side of it, like a piece of cardboard, wouldn't that make it go that way? I don't know. You'll have to fool with it, but it's a good idea. You got that. Where'd you get that, John?
Amazon.
Yeah,
Everything.
It was like a fast deal or something, right?
Yeah, that's one reason I said.
Yeah, he got it for a fast deal.
Wait a minute. It says it's working here. Oh, wait a minute. We're not in stereo mode. Hello.
Oh man, again?
Well, it's always something.
Seems like. Not that I'm complaining, but sounds a little bit, doesn't it?
Okay, can you hear me now?
I,
Can you hear me now? Hello?
I can hear you. Good. They couldn't hear you before?
No, nobody can hear me.
Oh, perfect.
Okay.
Oh gosh, I'm telling you what, now that I'm waking up a little bit, and thanks, listen, I know this is early for some of you to get there. Boy, you guys in California really just have to crawl out of bed to make it at noon. I was starting to say that after we get back from our 2 weeks away, our next Sunday will be at 1 o'clock. We're all going to just, this will be the last noontime one we do. It's just, boy, you know, this is just, when we do a Sunday at noon live show, it's a bit like going on daylight savings time once a week or something, because my body clock just doesn't do these hours. John's for sure doesn't. So,
Mine. Hello, hello.
are you on now?
I think I am.
You guys hear John?
Can you hear my lovely voice?
Well, then you were telling them about T-shirts. They couldn't hear a thing.
Not as well. I did it on the screen instead.
Okay. All right. So you see, I've got some yellows, obviously yellow and yellow oxide,
Still in the background.
and I've got some red, Cad Red Medium. You know, no? Yes?
I have no idea.
You
I
can-
give up on this.
So who's our moderators, friends?
Who's our moderator friends?
Who are our moderator friends
We
today?
have Wendy and Mona so far that I have seen, and Judy, the Tech Bear. I don't think it's Tanya yet.
Well, hey, Wendy. Big shout out to Wendy. Haven't talked to you in a while. Hope you're doing all right. Hey, Judy. I hope you're feeling okay today. And
Hey,
thanks.
Mona.
And Mona was feeling terrible yesterday. She lives in Sweden, in case you got. Give a big shout out to Mona in Sweden, who crawled out of, off the couch and probably with a hot water bottle because she was feeling terrible, to come join us today. That's dedication. We appreciate it, Mona. Art hugs.
Hello.
Hello.
Channel 8.
You know?
Channel 8.
John's still playing with the controls. He has so many buttons, he just doesn't know what to push. Occasionally he pushes mine, however, but mostly we're all fine here. Everybody's fine today. And yeah, so John's over there trying to play with all the toys. And I don't know if you can hear him. If you ever do hear him, let him know, because it makes him so happy to know that stuff is
Nobody
working.
needs to listen to me. That's fine. I don't care.
I
You're
know.
the star of the show, not me.
Can they hear that? Can they even hear you say
No,
it?
I don't think so.
They can't hear you saying nice things over here. Saying the most wonderful things. Like, Ginger, you're the most wonderful person that ever lived. I love it when he says stuff like that. Let's see, what else did you just tell me? Oh gosh, marvelous things. See, you can't hear him, so I can just make up whatever I think he said, right? Don't you think so?
I think you should.
All right. Now we're getting out a little phthalo blue here. Okay, so what do we got here? We've got Cad Red Medium, yellow, yellow oxide, phthalo blue, ultramarine blue, and purple. And then you're going, yeah, but the what else could you put? What else could we put out there? Well, we have purple. Probably could use some brown. And now we get to use my yucky brown. When I say yucky, sometimes you ever have your paint do this where it just gets all thick? You know, maybe it's too old or it got cold before it got there. And this stuff, I mean, if you think how nice this all flew out, you know, spooled out of here, and look how, you know, here it is. Here's our burnt umber, which is your dark brown. Van Dyke brown, if someone asks, you never see me use that so much unless it's in the flow. Van Dyke brown is got a little more black in it. It's a little darker than in burnt umber, but burnt umber is generally the darkest brown we do. And I'm going to take a little mister bottle here and just mist that brown. There we go. Just a slight mist. It is really cold here. We're under what they call a freeze warning. And you're going, really? I live in Wisconsin. It freezes all the time. Yeah, but when it does that here in Houston, they all panic and they put little notices on the TV like be safe and stuff, okay? Which is sort of fun. Okay, so to reiterate, we're talking about bridging the gap, but you know, with your painting skills. So in your acrylic painting skills. So let's figure out just kind of break down. In acrylic painting, you start from the farthest thing away and come forward. The farthest thing away, obviously, is this orange and gold background. Okay, so I'm going to put that on first, and I do that because that can be drying, and I don't need to put it all down here. But if I were to do some sort of a here, okay, no, here. this is about halfway of my canvas right there, right? That's about halfway. So if I put my T-square down here, see about half the canvas, if I painted that, about half of it into kind of these gold orange colors, that'd be good enough, right? So we're going to do that. The other day, in fact, this morning I was doing art packs. I get up early and I do personal art coaching for, a few hours, and then have breakfast and coffee and so forth. And this morning I'm going to use a damp brush, but one that has not got water on it. It's damp, and then I've wiped it off. So let's start. This morning I was doing personal art coaching. Oh yeah, white. I heard you shouting out, "What about white? What about white?" Yeah, white. And that would be the color that one would sure want, wouldn't it? If one had any. I ran into this yesterday when I was doing this other painting. I'm going, where did I put the white paint? And I always tell people, put your white paint right up in front, because that's what you use the most. And then, if I ever did what I suggested people do, it'd be perfect, wouldn't it? All right, so here's some white over here. We just put that white here. All right, I'm just going to put a bunch of white right up here. All right. Good, now we're perfect. All right, so let's take some yellow and white, okay, and a little bit of cad red medium. So that's sort of pretty, kind of a peach color. Let's get a little bit of yellow oxide over here, and let's get a bit of yellow and red over here. See, I haven't rinsed my brush, right? And maybe just some white here with a bit of yellow oxide in it. Okay. There we go. So I've got like 4 colors. So, and I'm just going to kind of dot this along here. I'm just going to come down about halfway. So I'm going to start putting in this color. And the trick is to, a little bit of white and yellow. The trick is to kind of make these little X's and find all the colors and, just change it up a little bit, okay? Want a little bit more yellow, maybe just in a couple places right on top of that. Just very gently touching the brush, turning it over. Maybe, there we go. I want to get a little bit oranger as I get off to the left. A little bit more of the orange tones. Okay, and you guys kind of see what I'm doing. John, what are you doing over there all tucked up in the... I hear rattling like a little mouse over in the corner. What you doing, John?
Oh, I'm trying to do a good sound. I'm going to be silent today.
Really? He says he's having trouble with sound. What is it with our sound? You changed microphones.
Oh, it was working yesterday, but that was yesterday.
It was... Well, that happened to me. That happens to me on all kinds of stuff. Just the other day, I was... I've got a Mac computer, and just the other day I was going to paste some photos up on Facebook, and I couldn't find my photos ever anywhere. I could find the photos on the computer, but when I was on Facebook, it couldn't find them. Don't you just love stuff like that? And John had to come help me find them. Where were the photos, by the way?
You had in settings, the permissions on a Mac, you had turned it off.
I'd accidentally turned off the permissions, and how I did that, apparently, when they upgrade, sometimes they'll come along, and if you don't read it, if it goes flashes real fast, do you want to...
Don't read it.
And you don't read it, yeah, okay, well, yeah, but did you want to do this or whatever? I'm thinking, I don't want to do anything, I'm going to no, and then suddenly I accidentally turned off again, a little bit more of the darker orange color in here. See, I'm sort of tapping this in here, like that, back up in here, a few little dots of that. Yeah, now we've got a background. Now you got to admit that's pretty simple, yes? So I want to put a little purple in here. If I did it while this was all wet, what would happen was purple and yellow would make just this mud color. So this is where we're going to just take a minute and dry it.
That'll be fun.
We're going to dry it. John's going to just sort of, he's going to...
I'm not going to do nothing.
Can you show them something even if he can't speak? Can you show them something?
Sure, I can show them something.
What could you show? Why don't you show them the T-shirts again or something?
Okay, I'll show them.
John's going to show you the T-shirts again. And what you couldn't hear was we have them in a lot of different sizes, but not all colors in all sizes. How's that? They just didn't come that way. But We styles too. Some people had V-necks and whatever. So anyway, we're not sold out of anything because I mean, the company we get them from, I guess, has stacks of these things, and they print on demand. That's the nice thing. They're printed on demand. So and they seem to run true to size.
Yeah, I think you do pretty much.
They pretty much run true to size. Would say so. All right, I'm going to dry this.
Okay.
So you're back now? Hey,
I think I'm
I
back.
think I'm joining you too.
This
Hello.
yellow's still a little tacky. Am I back on?
You're on. I think I'm on too.
Oh, good. Well,
sat
I
here
wonder.
and
I wonder if I
troubleshot it.
held the brush over the humidifier. That's a fun thing to do.
Oh, please.
Why? Why not? What a
Because
good
you're going to
idea.
get paint in the humidifier.
Well, look at that though. That's clever, you guys. I'm sorry. That's clever. When I was a kid, when I was trying to, we had one of those humidifiers
Oh, wait, I got to take the picture.
my mother always did a humidifier in the house when people were sick. And I remember putting the thermometer
Over the-
in one, and then it broke. And then I made her think that I broke it in my mouth. I don't know. It was stupid because I didn't want to know I'd done that. I didn't want to go back to school. But the brush in there is kind of clever. It's kind of slightly damp. All right. So now, what I wanted to do now is some sort of, miscellaneous gray background. Let's take a little bit of the white, okay, and a tiny bit of purple, a little bit of this yellow color, just a little bit, right? A little bit of this soft purple, right? Okay, and I'm just going to come up here like this. Not too much, just barely. Just suggest a little purple in here. I'm going to come down like this now, and I'm just going to come kind of down here because I want some purple on this side. And I want a little, there we go. Now I'm just going to take a little bit of burnt umber. Okay, not too much, right? And I'm going to say, right, now kind of watch this because there's a pattern to this. Maybe burnt umber and a little ultramarine blue. There's sort of a pattern to this, right? And I'm just going to tap up some background trees using the edge of this brush, the side of it, right? I'm just going to tap up, and it's kind of low here, kind of come down about to there. Burnt umber and a little ultramarine blue, okay? And we're just going to tap that in here like this. And just don't want to kind of come up a little higher on this side. Don't want to get too careful. Leave some holes in it where the orange is showing through. And come down along here like this. I think I will probably paint all this dark in here now. Yes and yes. Okay, so all this gets kind of dark now. Oh, that's just perfect. I would just put that humidifier there just to get a little bit of moisture on the brush. Actually, I'll put a little tiny bit of water in the brush. Here we go. All right, so I want all this dark, okay?
So all in all, the question came in through the email. How do you keep your paint from skimming over or drying out? You didn't use that humidifier before that.
I was just using the mister, this water mister. The water mister.
Well, we don't see you using that very often.
No, well, the thing is, look at the size of the blobs I put out on the. The reason we end up with so much paint left over is I probably put a lot more paint out than you do. If I put almost the size of a Hershey's kiss of each candy kiss of each little pile of paint. When it's piled up, it doesn't dry out. Okay, that's the other thing. When it's piled up, it doesn't dry out. Let's make a little bit more of this purple color.
Is that your 1/2 inch angle you're using right
Yeah,
now?
just a 1/2 inch angle here like this. And I'm going to put in a little more of this purple color. Just tap this in here like this. Okay, kind of up here like this. That's nice, right? Yes and yes. Now, let's see, maybe a little bit of dark over in here like that, just to suggest some dark stuff. And just, this is just, I'm just tapping this in here, you guys. Okay, but mostly I've got it all, I want it dark on this side right here. Okay, right there. All right, so there's my dark stuff. Now what I'm going to do now is take the toothbrush and wet it, and take a little bit of this white paint. Just come on over here like this, and just see what, can you see what I'm doing there? And I'm going to just,
Not really, you're kind of off.
okay, so I'm doing this like this with the toothbrush. It's
There you
damp.
go.
And then I'm going to do this. See, I'm going to take the toothbrush and just take my finger, and I want to spray over this. I had a little bit of water here, which I don't want. Spray over this right here, okay? Spray over this dark stuff I did. Okay, up here like that, and all over here like that. See? The toothbrush. I love, nothing like a toothbrush to say snow when you're doing this, right? So the background's here, but it's, these trees are just kind of disappeared. See what we just did with them? We made them all go away. Okay? I'll just do a little bit more over here. Now the trick with the toothbrush, it's damp, you tap it out, you get a little bit of paint. You do something like this, tap it again, and then just hit it, okay? I'm not going too much up into my sky. Now, there's all of this has been pushed back. Let's now dry this, okay?
Okay. Oh, wait. I gotta know who's on. Okay, you talk for a second.
I'm going to talk.
Oh, I took care of you. You're gone. Hey, thanks for everybody for being patient with the microphone issue, as we always seem to have. The other thing we have that a lot of people don't know about is we have some downloadable lessons for those that don't have good internet connections. We have a website called gingercookondemand.com. This particular one I'm showing you right now is from our Venice Canal. We did a Venice painting a while ago, and people asked about, can we get more like that? And this is from the Wave and Water Masterclass, one of the few that we put up for sale. So something to keep in mind as you're traveling about and want to take a painting with you, they go on iPads, phones, and anything else you may have.
All right, we're good.
Now say that again.
Now we're good.
Okay, that's good.
Hey, you guys want to know what we're going to paint tomorrow?
I do.
All right, this was fun. We're, if you've been enjoying Ginger's Gems, we've got a gem coming up on shadows. Okay, we do, on shadows. We got a Ginger's Gem coming up probably this coming week. But before we show that gem, because the gems we're going to try to be releasing on Wednesdays and Fridays. Okay, in general. But we may have only one gem a week. But if we do two, those will probably be the days. But this is this painting we're going to be doing tomorrow, and see the shadows in the snow. We're going to do this cool painting, kind of winter scene.
One of our last winter scenes for the season, I
One
think.
of the last winter scenes for the season. So we're going to be doing that, and that's tomorrow. Now, one of the problems that a lot of people have, and it's understandable how it can happen, is that when they go to paint trees, and we're going to do a gem on trees too. People have asked that. We have videos on trees, but we're going to talk about tree rules too in another gem. Is that they have a hard time getting really thin lines. And I'm going to suggest that you buy some of these golden. They don't pay me to say this. Nobody's giving me any of this paint. I just happen to like it. Golden. They're the golden. What are they called? These things, John? I got to put my glasses on. I've got all the paints.
Golden fluids.
Golden fluids. Yeah, it's all the labels all painted. Golden fluids. They're different, and they're not the same as Matisse makes something. Like a fluidy paint. I'm not talking about that. I don't like that. Their flow. I don't like their flow at all for this. For what I'm talking about, you need something like this. You can use an acrylic ink. Should be a BB inside here, like a little metal ball, and you want to shake it up. Shake it up. I can hear it now. See, I can hear it. Some of them have it. They said they did. So now here we're gonna use that rather than try to use that to burn umber. And I'll put just a little bit right here. See, it's very fluid. And the brush I'm going to use, this is a new brush I found, which John found it, and I really like these for detail. This is a silver silk angle, and it's an 88 something. What does this say? 8806S, 1/4 inch. And I really, really like this brush, and I don't know why we ended up with those, but so they just
They were on sale at the Brush Guys.
the brush guys, and we get our brushes, and I plug them because they have consistently given all our viewers 5% off. It isn't just for a month or day; it's 5% off the in total order, regardless of whether you went to the Art Sherpa, bought a bunch of her brushes or whatever. It doesn't really matter. If you use my name, Ginger Cook, in the discount code,
All
you get
one word.
all one word. You get you get this discount. I get the discount too. I appreciate the fact that sometimes Jerry's or somebody like that will have brushes on sale, but they don't do anything for you guys as a group that I can tell, except occasionally put something on sale. And these guys are very conscious of the fact that that YouTube has a reach, and they want to thank you guys for watching our shows and also for seeing them. And they're a small company. They only do brushes. So they've got
the name, the Brush Guys.
Thebrushguys.com.
That's all they got.
So anyway, Ginger Cook, all one word for the discount. All right, you ready? And here's this little brush. Now, I want to say that I've got some trees coming up in here, but before I do that, I'm going to have to decide where my
Somebody would like to know, could they also use nail polish
for what?
trees?
No.
I wouldn't do that.
No, don't use nail polish. Terrible idea.
It's a different kind of
It's an
acrylic.
oil paint. It's an oil thing. No.
Do they have acrylic nail polish?
Yeah,
though?
no, don't use nail polish. No. Sorry.
The question came up, can I use my cheaper student grade paints for my underpainting and it won't have a problem binding with the professionals I put on top?
Depends on the paint. It really depends on the paint. There's no blanket. So one lady wrote in and said that she had done this really nice painting and her student grade paints kept lifting off.
Yeah.
So if you're talking about Liquitex Basics, maybe, yeah, probably. But there's the kind of junk we used for the painting party, it made it too slick. Nothing wanted to stick to it. Just try. You know what? This is why you buy these little canvases. Try it. You know what I mean? Try it and let us know. I use such and such a student grade paint, and come over to our Facebook club and do a test. Show the before and after. Do a test. Tell us what you did. Tell us what worked. We all want to know because there's so many different brands of paint. Maybe you live somewhere in the world where we never heard of this paint. Does it bind? How is it working for you? If you haven't joined our Ginger Cook Acrylic Painting Club, it's free. Try that. All right. So we want to come up. We're going to come over about 3 fingers and up about 2 and start with our first. We got to put our bridge in, right? Then come over here. Here's our bridge, and it's coming up about 2 fingers here and about 1.5 fingers over there. Here's the other part of the bridge. Okay, and then we know that here's the little posts, and then if there's the post here, we've got kind of a straight line coming like that. Okay, like that. There's our post. Here's our post, and the top of this post, we just have to put in the top one. I just need to put that in so that I know where it's going, right? And then we're going to say, here's this one, this rail here, and there's a rail here. I don't need all the posts in. I guess we could put them in 1, 2, 3. There's like 3 in the middle, okay? So then 2, 3, right? And then here's this, okay? So there's that post, and then you might have seen a little of this one. I just didn't get too clever with the bridge. I tried to keep it pretty simple. And then it's a bridge because down here it's going to be, this will all be white down in here like this. Okay.
Could you mention the type of pencils you're using again?
Yeah, these were a gift, and I wish, can we get replacements for colors? Because I really like these. Because I'm kind of out of the white one now. These are called Gioconda soft pastel pencils, and I really like them because they erase. If you didn't like something, you can erase it. See with my finger, you can erase it. All right, so now I know I've got this. This is where my bridge goes, and I've got a snowbank coming down here, just past the second post. Okay, and there we go. All right, and I've got about 2 fingers at least from the bottom room with these guys, right? And one assumes they came down a little further, but you don't see what happened. So that's pretty easy. Now I can come back to my paper. Now I know where it is. So somewhere by this post, I'm just going to very gently just put up a little tree. Harder you push on the brush, the stronger, the fatter. And if you just do the tip, look at the tiny lines I'm getting with this brush and the this fluid paint. I'm coming all the way up like that.
And that brush really does a good job.
It does. It's just probably the best brush I've found so far for detail. I got to say that. I'm always on the quintessential look for detail brushes for me. There's other good brushes. Now remember that if you go the harder you push, the line will get fatter. So the trick is to keep your arm off the just kind of make sure you're lifting your arm up, and you've got you've got enough. Just the tip of the brush, very light pressure. Okay. Now, in this case, it's not that serious. Remember, trees are kind of thicker as they come down toward the bottom. It's not that serious. Let's see, I want something like this, maybe coming all the way up. We're going to suggest, now I'm not going to connect anything. I'm going to say there's another like tree here. Maybe connects down here, I don't know. I'm not going to go any trees past this post, though. So if I've got any tree branches, and I may just put some miscellaneous background ones here that are going to be in the background that I'm not going to say where they connected, but I'm going to just suggest over this white that there are a few little branches like this, okay? So that's kind of cool, isn't it? Because this is so much darker than that. And let's see, I want this tree to be a little thicker. Let's just play with the branches. They don't have to look exactly like mine, but you just generally, you want these trees to just come all the way up to the top of the canvas like that, okay? Something like that. I mean, who knows? Maybe you'd improve on the ones I did, okay? Okay. So,
I see on the original one you did 4 posts in the middle.
I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and you have the 6 in the back. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, you're fine. Somebody's saying something's out of line. I'm not sure. The reference picture is not on screen all the time. It's not moving.
Okay, so let's take. We're going to say that happened. Now I'm going to take a little bit of red paint, Cad Red Medium, with that color, and I'm going to make a burnt sienna color, and I'm going to just come up here like this and just put in my posts here for my bridge, this little short one right here, and that's just the color of that. That would be ultramarine blue, rather that would be Cad Red Medium and burnt umber. Some sort of burnt umber would be the way to do that. So here's another one. Okay, there you go. Now, I'm going to take a dark color here and put on, this is the rail on the bottom. That would be dark, and let's just do a dark one here. Just kind of easier to do the dark ones first. And I've got, they're dark, the part of the post is dark, so I'm going to take the dark color and kind of give it a little shadow on the left-hand side of it. Put a little blue with that, make it darker. Okay. And, okay, so far so good, yeah? And if this post got a little big, I can make it smaller, but here's a little yellow in Cad Red Medium, okay? Now this is where we're going to do a highlight on the post, like this. Like that, a little bit of yellow in Cad Red Medium. It's still wet, so it's still going to blend in here. Probably give us just about the color we want. There we go. And the same thing here, I'm going to say this top rail here. Just put it like that. We may be able to see some of this here. Okay. So we're going to suggest that bridge. Now, the thing of it is that I'm going to rinse the brush. Wherever there's a light, there's a dark. And if you can't see something, it's probably because a little bit of white, blue, tiny bit of purple, a little bit more white. All right, so we're going to get this sort of off-white color here on the bridge. I'm going to say that there's the snow on this bridge here. I'm going to kind of thin up that. There's the snow. And now this brush is a little small for that. So this is a great detail brush, but I'll come back to one of the others, a little bit bigger brush here. Here, this is a 1/2 inch ruby satin silver angle, which are, as you guys know, are my go-to brushes. I just like angle brushes. I just find they're just so nice to have. Now that's
Very versatile. A lot of
yeah.
options
So
with
here's
them.
some white here. I can't do anything with that. It's too dark. So you'll notice I want to gray this a little bit with a little bit of brown in it. There we go. Gray that snow just a bit. And I'm going to come on down here like this and say here's a snowbank. Come in here, and I might even let some of this brown show through. Now I'll put a little tiny bit of purple with it, with that purple color I made, and do that. And come on over here and say there's some of the snow here. Let's lighten up the snow on the bridge now, because that got a little dark on us. So let's lighten this up. Lighten this up. It's when you're painting something over something dark like this, your light colors are going to go away. Now I'm going to take a little bit of that kind of this reddish brown color, right, and add to white to it, and a little bit of dark brown to it, and make this sort of that was purple. So let's start again. A little bit of this reddish brown color, some white, and some brown to it. There we go. So I've got this sort of rose brown color, and I want to come under the bridge like this and just suggest that some of the bridge is here without saying too much, okay? Just pull that down like that. Okay, so far so good, yeah? All right, there we go. Don't need to say much on that. So there's, you see where the contrast is coming in? That's, and the sky's all light and kind of cool looking. Now let's take this nifty little, these little angle brushes. Let's grab one of those. And this one, this is dried enough now. We're gonna take some white paint. Ready for this? And we're gonna add snow on top of our. Think about snow's falling down. It's just catching on the inside of some of these branches. Okay. And that way I wasn't too worried if you got your branches a little heavier than you first might have wanted, because keep it pretty uneven too. You know, you can have some places with more snow than others. And there we go. Wherever you want something to sort of stick up like that. See how these trees are coming forward now? And the trick is you could take a little brush like this and suggest that there's more snow. This is the thicker white, but now let me show you what happens when you, let's put some snow on top of this rail here too. I'll show you what happens when you use the fluid white for stuff too. And I'll put a little pile of snow on top of the posts. See, now my posts aren't dry, so this is kind of disappearing, but there you go. And I think I want just a little more white right here. Okay. A little white on the top of this post here, and that's too wide. So let's try here. Just try to keep it thin. Just tap it. Rather than draw the line, just tap it in there. If you tap it, you're much more likely to get that to work for you. Okay. Now, so far so good, yeah? And what I'm going to show you is the white fluid. This is really kind of fun. You can use a Posca pen too. Again, this is a bit, we use so much of it. John bought a great big container of it. You can get them all in these little sizes, which is probably what most of you would use forever. But that being said, we're going to open this up, and I'm going to show you the white, titanium white fluid flow stuff. Now I'm going to rinse the brush really well and get all the paint out of it. And if you're having trouble doing thin lines, here's a tip. I wish we had a way to just write this on here. They've taken all the ways for us to write funny things on the videos. But rinse your brush, because your paint, if it's drying on here, it's drying in your brush and clogging it. And so then it's not going to give you a good line, even the best brush. So every once in a while, rinse it and wipe it off. Okay, so let's test that. We should be pretty good, right? So if I want to say I've got some snowy branches coming up here, I really would not be able to get that with the white that's there, okay? Because it's so thick. But I can suggest some other trees in here just by doing this. A few little light lines here. And I mean, I think that's kind of cool. Don't you guys think so? And but if you're going to do something over here, just get it real thin. Say something happened over here. And make sure that when you're doing this, make sure that your trees are dry before you get too carried away with this. All right, so there you go. So I've got some white trees here, and I might make these a little brighter. This is second coat here. I want this one to show up, okay? All right, now on this one, if I take some of this white paint and a little cad red medium, okay, and a little yellow oxide, and a little brown. Now I can come over here like this and do this branch coming out this way. And if I push harder, and I notice that this is sort of a dark brown branch, or light brown, not real dark. And I'm just saying that there's a little branch coming up this way. You can't see it that much, but there it is. It's going to be there. When we put the white on it, you'll see it. But there's my branch. And now I want to come back on here. So you do that. I want to come back here and say that I've lost. Do you see how I've lost my bridge? So this is the next coat of color on those bridge posts, because it just sort of went away. And that's what happens when you paint over something dark like this. It disappears. You had it. You know you had it. You weren't crazy. You did. You had it. So that's how you pop your bridge back, okay? Which is kind of important. As long as I'm doing that, I'm going to come up here. This white is still wet. I'm going to just do a little bit brighter.
Hey, we'd like to thank Eric for the donation that came in. Very much, Eric.
Oh, thank you very much, Eric. That is so kind. Eric has always been just so awesome about doing that. And incidentally, Eric, that cat that you did for your mom, if Eric really does some of the best artwork. He's got he's now showing in Las Vegas in a gallery, and he does some of our tutorials and in the Academy, as well as original pieces. And Eric is doing really well with this. And I got to say, one of the reasons Eric has improved, we've watched him painting for a couple of years, is that he never stops. He keeps doing it. He keeps improving. He gets personal art coaching, and he asks for help when he wants to know. And so he's constantly growing, expanding. He tries challenges of things. He doesn't say, well, I never could paint that, I won't try. Man, he's up for anything. He'll try it, and he'll make it bigger and see how it is. That's one really good way to get your artwork better. And Eric's always been very supportive of this. We thank anybody. If anybody is interested, we have a donation scholarship fund over on our website, gingercooklive.gallery. You know, you throw in $1, we match $1. When we make, it's $9.95 to get a week's of lessons. You don't have to. It's not continual. It's just 1 week all by itself. You can access all our videos on our virtual lesson library on our website. Over 300. Whatever you feel like painting for the week. Last week we painted. This was the release for last week with these painter's shoes. And it turned out that Liz Clark's husband, that's all he wears is shoes like this. She says he's got like 5 pairs in various states of getting old, okay? Not him, the shoes. They're called Bob shoes, right? And apparently there's actually a name for these. I love these, but we also have on our website, or on YouTube, we've got Van Gogh did some shoes. So I think these would make a perfect companion piece with the Van Gogh shoes that are also on YouTube. And then the week before that, we painted this old dead artist, a guy, a steer, and he did this gal reading a book. And I think that even though it was done in the late 1800s, it's somebody, we still read books. And I love this painting. These are the kinds of things we've been doing. The Art Academy invite you to come over and try us. $9.95 for a week. But back to that donation thing, you put in $1 over there. We match it when we get $10 worth of donations, or maybe 5 from you, 5 from us. Somebody is scholarshiped a week, and so it's not. You're helping someone else learn to paint if you don't want to take advantage of it yourself. So anyway, it's a nice thing to do. So thank everybody who's doing that. If you donate on YouTube, which you can do during the live shows, which is fine, well, we appreciate that too. And then YouTube does, like, how much did they?
30%.
30% of it goes to YouTube for the service, the fee, and otherwise we're just paying credit card charges, which is
3%.
Which is 3%. So anyway, just a piece of
Speaking
trivia.
of that, we'd like to thank Sandra for making the donations through the PayPal system.
So thank you very much, Sandra. And you've helped somebody else. It's kind of a nice thing to do if you're enjoying enjoying us. When you're an artist, you know how relaxing painting can be. It's real therapy. In fact, you know what? I don't like this tree standing straight up like that. Do you see that? Ginger does not like this. This is weird because this is terrible. Let's get rid of that. So how would we get rid of that? Well,
We'd erase it.
We're going to erase it. We're going to just, can't have that color because we didn't rinse the brush. All right, so we're going to erase it. Yes and yes.
Hey, we'd like to thank Michelle for the donation as well.
Thank you very much, Michelle. Appreciate it very much. All right, I'm going to take this tree out here because I didn't like where that stem was. Then I'm going to dry that a little second. I just didn't like where it was. And you could erase stuff, I love acrylics. Man, you do that in a watercolor and you're just done, right? You better start again. With acrylics, you can just dry anything and erase it. Here we go.
Okay, she's drying that. Hope you guys can hear me. Hope my volume's a little bit better than it's been. You never know with these microphones. We have to change the settings when we do filming in the studio, then we go back to live, and it's one thing after another. We will not be live the week of the birthday bash. We will have some recordings that we'll put up in other fun videos. Possibly things from the birthday bash itself.
Yeah, I wish we could get another one of those cards. There was that card we got, remember? That SIM card thingy?
Yeah, but it didn't have enough data on it.
Yeah, but it would be good for one live thing from the birthday bash, wouldn't it? If we got one, picked up another one. All right, see how I just kind of brought that tree branch in toward the center, kind of like that? Just a piece of tree. It looks so much better than where I had it, doesn't it? Yes and yes. So I'm excited about what we've been doing recently. I'm letting this dry for a second. I'm excited about what we've been doing recently. In the Academy, we don't try to overwhelm you with stuff, but we have box of cookie lessons, very beginner lessons. So if we release 4 videos a month, they're going to be different interests. Not everybody gives a rip about shoes, but somebody may want to paint this. And this is our, it's a Guatemalan cafe for 2, table for 2. And this was actually inspired by a place John and I visited in Guatemala on our Panamanian Canal cruise, Panama Canal cruise. And I love this. Don't you guys love this? This is called Table for 2 in Guatemala, right? Guatemalan Table for 2. And that's going to be a release for the Academy this week. Awesome, right?
Awesome.
It's kind of, and again, we think this is really fun. And do you guys remember, do you remember I did a koi fish and a 10-minute giveaway. We will be doing a giveaway at the end of this. I forgot to mention that at the end of this live lesson. We'll be doing a giveaway for the people that are hanging in there with us on the lives. And John will put up something at the end of the lesson where you can enter. But this was a bigger version of. I did a small koi pond. For 10 minutes, just sort of a rough thing, and this is the tutorial that will be, while we're on the birthday cruise, this will be the tutorial we release in the Academy for that bigger version of the koi pond 10 by 10 square. And we talk a lot about, how to make something look underwater and shadows and all kinds of great stuff. So this is a fun one. So I'll tell you more as we go on. I think that's dry. So in summary, why do you want to have the fluids? If you're trying to do skinny lines, the 2 colors of fluid I would want would probably, maybe 3. White, titanium white, maybe 4. Titanium white, and then zinc white, and then I'd want Van Dyke brown and Payne's gray. If you had those 4 in the fluid, I pretty much think that would be, I can't think of a reason why you'd need skinny yellow or skinny red or some of these other colors. I think you'd be
Unless
okay.
you're doing detail on a car or something like that.
Well, yeah, I guess it would depend what you were painting, but for sure, those are great landscape colors. All right, so let's put a little snow on the top of this one. Yes and yes.
The koi fish will be both for wave and water and VLL.
Yeah, because it's a water painting too.
So water painting, but we want to give the VLL a chance to have that one as well.
And wait till you see the VLL saying, yeah, but where's January's painting for the VLL? Well,
No,
for the
where's
wave and
January?
water.
Yeah, it's
Wait till you see what we painted. Last year, John and I were, we went to Alaska, and I'm tapping this. Do you see that? And this is the thicker snow. This is not the thin line stuff, but the little blobby stuff. Here we go. Thicker snow. We went to Alaska, and we have done a super wave and water from one of the photos that John took on the cruise, and also from a photo that Liz's daughter took on the cruise, and it's called Seal Rock, and it is cute. Wait till you see it. Let's see. I want another little. Okay, here I'm going to go back to my flow now because I want a little thin line. Just using the tip of that brush. Okay. Here's our little, and then I want a little bit of beige. I started to do that beige, and then just a little bit of white and brown here. I'm just gonna a little bit white and yellow oxide and brown. I want just some sort of beige color here, down in here like that. I'm gonna talk about all this. So now, you're going, yeah, and then we'll put a few little white lines coming up here like this. All right, so let's see, where are we with our picture? Almost done. Almost done. This has had a chance to dry. So I was telling you about Seal Rock, right? So this is so cool, I think. So when we were up there in Alaska, we noticed that you could see the seals out there playing and the birds and stuff. So you probably need to back up a little bit for this one. I'm going to show this before I finish this, okay? All right, good for that? Everybody's good to go? Here we go. Here is Seal Rock. We've got some seals in the water, a little seal on the rock, and some birdies. And this, notice this rock was all done with texture. And anyway, this is the Wave and Water master class release. It was not quite edited yet, so it'll
not
be out.
quite. We just finished last night before electricity went out.
I know, power went out last night. We just finished this. It's just now finished. Well, I've been working on it for some time. The original painting did not have any of the animals in it, and it was smaller.
You were just still working out the rocks.
So we anyway, this is our Wave and Water Masterclass painting, Seal Rock, and that will be released in January. We will make announcements on our Facebook club. Okay? So
hopefully that'll be up this week. Well, it's got to be.
Yeah, it's got to be up this week. So John's busy editing, so I'm going to turn this over now. And what else could we do to this? We want to make sure that our sunset's showing through, and this is dried. You make sure this is dried before you get too carried away with this. I want you to come back in a couple places and turn the lights on in here. Just do a few dots of bright, maybe a little bit of yellow and white, just a few dots of something brighter. You could just, it's kind of play with that now. So if you lost a little of your sunset, you can just put it back, kind of have it glowing through the trees. And I put a little of this right here on the snow, just because I thought it was sort of nice. And I want to, again, I don't feel like I've got these bright enough again, so this is coat 4 or something of these on the little posts. There you go. There you go, like that. Just make these slightly brighter. And let's see where if I need to add any more light. See, it started to come to life. Isn't that fun? And then what I did here was I took a Posca pen. And people say, where do you get those? We have a link. The link to the Posca pens is, if you all know where a lot of our products are, the link to the is on our Pinterest page, products I recommend, and there's links to like Amazon and all these things. This is the Fine Point Posca pen. Again, anytime you're doing a pen, shake it. And gosh, you want to know a great secret. Make sure you keep the cap on.
Oh, why?
You don't, because I've shot paint all across the room. You know, probably sock folder would never occur to them to leave the cap off. But for those of you who need this advice, I have done it for you. So, right? So
She's tested the theory. Leave the cap on.
I want to come over here like this and just do a few
Squiggles.
a few little squigglies like that. Just a few. It's just, I had some in there and I liked them. You know, and if you don't have, these are just, I think Posca pens are the best. You can get carried away, but I just really like that. These little trees are back there like that. And let's see, let's take, again, second coat of snow. Let's just lighten this road up a bit here where the bridge is. Boy, just when you think you have the contrast, and then you don't, right?
It dries.
Well, it dried, and then it got a little, and let's just bring it out here and just sort of mist this out a little bit here at the end. Got that a little bit, just put a little more purple with that. I'll get it just the way I want it and just smudge it. There, so I just want to say that that is our sunset. I think that's kind of pretty, and let's go. And it wasn't hard, was it? No?
No.
I don't think people thought this particularly hard.
So you still think it's a 1 cookie, 1.5 cookie?
I think so. Don't you guys think so?
I think so.
I don't think this was particularly hard. Do you guys?
Posca pens are acrylic.
Yeah, and the wonderful thing about them, they don't dry for about 5 minutes. You have to dry them with the hairdryer, or you can erase them. Where some of the other pens, whatever you put on there, you're stuck with it. We used to say
you have some recovery time.
I don't know about you, but until I got down my signature, I'd sign my name maybe 5 times and wipe it off 10 times. Don't like that, don't like that. Posca pens, you can sign your name, don't like it, wipe it off, sign your name, don't like it, wipe it off. Yes?
Yes and yes.
Yeah, okay, so there we go. All right, so that's our bridge, and kind of our little path coming up here like this. There we go. So I hope you guys had fun painting this. Just something fun to do. And I'm going to just go ahead and sign it right here with a black Posca pen because I've got white.
Ellen would like to know, do you always paint on a flat surface?
Helen, I paint on a flat surface when I'm doing these small little things. I've got a $5,000 electric easel behind me that I can paint on when I'm painting bigger paintings. But for the ease of filming, we have just found, and I had to really adjust to that, the ease of filming, I have found that you can see the best when I'm flat. We have on our Wave and Water Masterclass, a lot of our paintings are filmed on the easel, and John's got like 4 cameras going, and he's right there following me, and it's too big a production to do all the time. And so we find that this is nice. This is for the amount of time we have on these 6x8 paintings, the flat surface works pretty well. How's that? Good explanation? I was going to sign it with the black pen, but then I don't know where the black pens went. I had one yesterday.
That was yesterday.
That was yesterday. Oh, here it is. Okay, well, here it is. Remember, we're talking about shaking these up. Let's see right here. Okay, remember, when you're signing anything, Make sure it's a finger's width away from the edge of your canvas. So if you frame something, you don't lose your signature. Did you know that? Just the things you learn on this channel, right?
I'm telling you.
Any more questions before we start on our...
What's an electric easel?
An electric easel is a foot pedal. Goes up and down with a foot pedal. As
we got
cool
some
as
other
can be.
donations coming in.
If you want to see what it is, go to, I have an example of that on YouTube. Go to the high-heeled shoes with the blue jeans and high-heeled shoes. Go look at that video. It was all done on that electric easel.
We'd like to thank the following people for donations: Kimberly, Arthur, and Sally. Thank you very much, guys. We greatly appreciate it, and so do the recipients. And remember, we match you dollar for dollar. You put in $5, and we may put in another $5.
Yeah, and last year we gave we gave out what, close to $4,000.
It was over 4,000.
Over 4,000 in
Close to like 48.
$4,800 in scholarships. So we appreciate
We'd like
this.
to double that this year. With your
Yeah.
help, we can do that.
Yeah, and you know, the thing of it is that we said this before. A lot of times, people, you know, who want to paint, and they're, in particularly, a lot of our age group, and let's face it, you know, is over 55. Not everybody, but
You're
a lot
not
of us.
over 55.
Yeah, a lot
Not
of
the
us
way
are
you
over
look.
55. And the thing of it is that, you know, some people are grandparents that are supporting grandchildren, still working maybe, or they're on Social Security. Let me tell you, you get zip on Social Security. And so while they may want the painting, maybe they're taking care of an elderly relative that's got Alzheimer's or something is debilitated, and most of their time is spent on that. And what happens is that the painting is like an escape. If you can't leave the house because of the weather or circumstances, you can paint. But then if you don't have the budget to paint, it's a little frustrating, okay? So not only that, but we've had people donate painting supplies, you know, money, say, please put this toward painting supplies, or for somebody, or, you know, a gift card for something like that. Painting lessons are downloadable. Maybe they can't afford the internet, so they'll get a downloadable lesson because they can be somewhere, download the lesson, don't have to pay the internet charges to watch it. Lots of circumstances, and so you know, we appreciate very much all your help, and I feel good about the help we're giving because I know that painting is such a great escape for people, and also, you know, we tell if you've done one of our tutorials, while we don't we keep the copyright and don't allow prints being made of it. You know, you can make multiple originals of these and sell them, and, you know, kind of recoup some of your money. We want you to be able to keep painting. You know, I know there's a lot of other artists who say, no, it's my painting. Don't, you know, these are lessons we're teaching you. If it's a tutorial, we want you to be able to paint it and sell it. Gosh, the cat eyes. I don't know how many people did the cat eyes.
Where's that guy?
Do you have the cat eyes? We'll show in a minute here. We'll show that while I'm going to start on a...
So you finished that one?
I finished that one. This is all done. I've signed it. I think it came out pretty well. Don't you guys think so?
I think it came out lovely.
And I'll tell you what, I like it a little better than the first one, because the first one, these trees are a little too dark.
Yep.
And this one came out, you see what I mean? The first one, the trees are too dark. This came out even better. So, you know, if you do something a couple times, it gets better, yes? And yes?
I have no idea what happened to the cat eyes. Did you like that painting I did last night?
I did. I like that. That's very nice. So I'm going to, like I say...
show my painting. Here, show my painting. That's
John
what I get to do.
This is what John did last night for me.
She left me very little paint to play
Very
with.
little paint. This is with the leftover paint that he did.
I didn't have time to do a bunch
You
of
know,
little ones.
so this will be an underpainting for something, probably a still life for me. I love it, don't you? John did that for me. He does most of the underpaintings on those little cards there.
I've even done some videos on those, so you guys can enjoy me doing them.
Yeah, and also, for you guys, our Academy members, the Tech Bear just put up a wonderful video on how to do playlists on our website.
No, bookmark.
Bookmark. How to bookmark the our pictures on the how to bookmark our pictures bookmark our lessons on our website. When you have over 300 lessons and you want to get back to it, how you can get back to it. Oh, and do you see this one right here? Is this contest still going? It's still going, right?
Going till the end of the month.
It's going till the end of the month. So if you saw, this was a lesson we did the end of December. It's on YouTube, and if you still have time to enter to win this original painting by me, and you can go back to that YouTube lesson and enter, because anybody watching can still do that till January 31st is the deadline for this, to win this.
I don't know what happened to the cat. She left.
The cat's left?
The cat has left the building.
Wow. Okay, too bad. Well,
Well, you guys should see that lesson. It's a great one.
yeah, too bad. You would have loved it. Well, maybe you can find a picture of it on the website, because it's in here. It's in here somewhere. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and paint something. I'm not sure what yet. I've got to paint something, and let's see. Where's my? I think I had my iPad over there. Can you hand me my iPad so I can grab it?
Sure, I'm up.
I knew you were. Just
Notice the word "were"?
yeah, you were.
Were.
Okay, thanks. I'll just see what I can come up with here. Sometimes I need a little inspiration, right? So let's see.
See if any questions are going by.
All right, John, we'll answer some questions while I get ready for this, right?
Is personal playlist the same as a playlist on YouTube? You can do a personal playlist on your own YouTube. Each of you have your own YouTube channel now because of how YouTube is doing things. Even though you think you don't, you actually do have a YouTube channel, and we're going to do a video on that. I have somebody helping me with this as far as setting hers up and doing different things. So we're going to do a little video on that. When you put our videos or anybody's videos into your YouTube playlist, YouTube recognizes this and says, oh, these people must be doing something good. We should pay attention. And we're the small guys on the totem pole. You know, if you look at our subscriber rate, if you haven't subscribed, speaking of that, please do it now while we're waiting for the Queen of Color to come up with something. It helps us grow our business and get you guys more paintings and more learning. We think we're one of the only one that are actually teaching you a lot of the techniques from a world-class artist.
So you know, there's we want you to find the find the paintings that interest you. Not everybody wants to paint the same thing, and we get that, right?
And we have a lot of variety, a lot of different styles as well.
Yeah, so I mean, we're constantly changing stuff up, and on YouTube, what we're doing is trying to give you a lot of different things to paint, and we do that on our academy, but more in depth. And also, it comes with personal art coaching, which is hard to beat. Personal art coaching. I'm just thumbing through some of my.
Hey, we'd like to thank
videos.
Jamie for her donation. Thank you very much.
Okay, I think I got it, what we're going to paint now. I got it. All right, I know what I'm going to paint now. Isn't that good?
Oh, good. Then I better throw up a link.
Yeah, I know what I'm going to paint now. I've got it, friends. I've got it. All right, I've got it. Holy smoke, I've got it. All right, here we go. You ready for this?
I am ready.
All
10
right.
minutes.
Let's
Clock
go.
starting now.
Clock starting now. Okay, a little bit of purple and white. Yes?
Great colors. Oh, excellent. It's done already. All right, so the link is on the website, on the screen there. And the gal should put the link into the link there on the screen. The secret word is bridge for today.
Yeah, so
That's a great start.
you like the start?
I love the start.
You love the start?
I'd probably stop there.
I know, but here we go. Yeah, stop there. Okay.
How does one comment on a lesson? A lesson in the academy, you logged in, you scroll down below the actual lesson, and there's a place to make comments.
But what about in our, yeah, okay, yeah.
And you know how to do it on YouTube. Again, underneath the lesson, there's a place to make comments. Eric's new obsession, 24 by 48 canvases. He loves them. Eric, that's a little small for you.
I'm going to take a picture of, we had like 5 cases of canvases come in yesterday. Nobody gives us those. We buy them.
Yeah, we spent a small fortune on
You know, we had a chance to get some free ones from somebody, and it just got to be too many hoops to jump through, friends. Just wasn't willing to sign my life off so I could have some free canvases. So there you go. Now I have to All right, you with me, right? Now I'm going to go ahead and dry this, yes?
Would you consider doing a Maud Lewis folk art painting?
Folk art really is not my thing. It's just, I'm the wrong artist for that. Sorry, I'm just not the artist for that.
Nice try. I don't think she'll do the folk art. Sorry, not up her. Not one of her styles. A lot of different styles, but folk art is not one of them. Again, do enter the contest now if you'd like to win this lovely purple and greenish teal dark painting. I'm not sure what it's going to become. The link is there in the, again, this is only for the live audience. If you're watching this on a recording, the link will no longer work, so you can click on it, but it won't get you anywhere. Just so you know.
What happened?
If people try to click on the link after the show, after the live show.
Yeah, then they're going to think we lied or something, right?
No, we didn't lie. It just comes up and says it's not running at this time.
Okay.
It's very polite.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh, good. Well, we wouldn't want people to think we misled them.
No.
Okay, all right. So I'm not sure if the humidifier's out of water. That was fast.
It shouldn't be.
Well, guess
No,
what?
it's on a timer.
Oh, it's on a timer.
I only put it on for an hour.
Oh, okay.
Did it make a difference? Could you tell?
I can't. Well, I guess I don't know, you guys. I can't tell. But you know what? I wasn't thinking about that. Yes.
But it has it skimmed over. How would you know, right?
I don't know, John. It might have made a difference. Okay. Might have made a difference, but who knows?
Yes, it has. It hasn't skimmed over.
Okay, so John
That
says
does work.
All right, it does work, John says.
Look at that.
Good to know, right? I mean, it is good to know, right?
And that he's skimmed
Why don't you
over
put
a
the
little bit.
humidifier back on since we're going to be here for a little bit? Okay. All right, so I want to do this. Let's see, where's my white? I'm out of white. Let's just put a little white. He's just turning our humidifier back on.
Trying to.
Oh, guys, guess what happened to me? I have to share this because I would not have guessed this in a million years. I'm sorry. This is, go ahead, laugh. But
I'm not laughing.
No, I'm telling you what. I've lived in the same house for like 30 years, okay? And there's one spot in my living room that, I like to
This
sit
our
in the
office.
mornings, and then I actually have a desk there now and a computer. But before that, I had a big easy chair and used to read books by the fireplace. Whenever I sat there, my nose would always just snuff up. And I thought it was because very high ceilings and there's an air conditioning duct there, and I thought maybe it was something from the air conditioner. Yes and yes? So, I mean, that's what I thought, yeah? So then, what I discovered was that...
Well, tell them this whole story. We got new desks.
well, we got new desks.
So we had to rearrange the
We had to
office.
rearrange the furniture.
To my
And
butt.
we had to move this kind of really beautiful area rug that I had. Guess I'm in this white here. And I had to move that really beautiful area rug. And to think about what I'm doing here when I tell you the story, because I'm focusing on getting this shape right here. And if I screw that up, then I don't have the shape right. Does that make sense? So anyway, so we moved the rug, right? We moved the rug, and then underneath the floor there was a waffle pad on this area rug. Well, how big was the area rug? Maybe 36 by 48, not that big, right? It had been there, it had been there for a long time, like years. And so what happened was that there was water on the floor, all beaded up, and the waffle pad was sopping wet. And I'm thinking, this is on a hardwood floor. And I thought, OMG, well, how could this even happen, right? Because that's what I'm thinking, right? How could this happen? And apparently, how it happened was that the area rug allowed condensation to be there, and it was causing mold underneath the rug. It did,
Just
you
a
know,
little bit.
just a little bit, enough to affect, though, for sure, enough to affect my my feeling it. Does that make sense?
So since we removed it, you seem to have.
Yeah, and once we the floor, we cleaned the floor with a tub of towels
Of course we did.
and dried up the floor, and it was fine. And then I'm no longer stuffed up sitting there. But all this time, but I had no idea. And the reason I'm sharing this, I had no idea that was even possible, because there was nothing I could exactly put my finger on. Does that make sense? That would say that this was even possible. And so there you go, you guys.
Now remember, if you want this lovely, it looks like a boat painting. If you enter this, we'll have a drawing here as soon as it's done. And the winner will be announced immediately. If you have to leave, we will contact you by email.
Yeah, we will. We'll contact you by email. All right, hang in there. I got to dry this. This is a lot of layers here, you guys.
All right, as she dries that, remember, enter this now during the live show. Only time it can be entered. We do have that one that's running the Martini Glass Celebration. That contest is open, that giveaway is open until January 31st. So there's still time to enter that one. Go watch that lesson and follow the instructions to enter that for that painting.
Okay, I'm going to turn this upside down here to paint
Well,
this.
it's not really upside down, that's really sideways.
Is that sideways?
That's
You
sideways.
think that's what that is?
I really do.
Okay, and you'll notice that I'm painting it over white. I'm not
make
trying
it
to put
pop.
orange paint on purple.
I wouldn't have won that battle.
Well, it just wouldn't paint very well on it, would it? You know? So,
If you are a yearly member of the Academy and your subscription ends, you have to let me know so I can send you an invoice if you'd like to renew. It does not renew automatically on yearly subscriptions. We did that in the beginning, and that didn't work out very well.
okay.
What color did you just put out?
Just put out some red. Now put
Oh.
red deep. And I want a little magenta too. If I had any handy. If I don't have it handy, we're not using it. Thought I had magenta handy though. It just always it's buried. I want some colors in this, man. Now you've got me going here. I want some colors.
Remember, we'll be live tomorrow night, 7:30 p.m. Central, and then we'll be back again Friday night, 7:30 Central. And right now, tentatively, we are 1 o'clock p.m. on Saturday. I guess I could go see if somebody's doing something. Click here.
Okay.
What is Saturday's date? Anybody know? You know as much as I do, right?
I don't know. You got to see.
That's why they have calendars.
Yeah, let's see.
That's
What,
the 26th. I only see the one for today. I don't know. Right now, I think we're good to go.
Okay, that's our plan so far, you
That's
guys.
our plan.
If it changes, we'll let you know.
Is it possible to print the Pinterest, YouTube reference photos? Yes, you go to Pinterest and pop on it and tell it to print it.
Yes, save image and you
Save image and then you can print it.
Yeah. But you can't. Okay, if you're on an iPad, this is the disclaimer.
No, it's a
If you're
trick. You
on an
can do it.
iPad, you can't do it in the Pinterest app. You must go to Safari.
Safari or
this
Chrome.
is-
You have to do it with a browser.
You have to do it with the browser. You can't use the Pinterest app and print out diddly squat on an iPad.
Hey, be nice to iPad.
Well, you know what?
It's their Pinterest, Pinterest app that's not letting you do it,
Yeah.
which we think it's just silly. I mean, that's why you have an iPad.
Okay. This is kind of fun. I'm having fun with all these colors, right?
I figured you were. I get a feeling this is going to have to become a big painting.
No, might become a big painting. What do you guys think? Should we make this a big painting?
I think it should be.
Kind of a big abstract boat picture.
Is there a secret word for a martini painting? Of course there is. There's always a secret word. And it's a secret on where to find it. I think Ginger tells you where it is in the beginning of the video.
Or it's in. You can always read in the comments. We tell you too. You know.
So,
Right now, let's get the.
you sure do move around a lot.
Who, me?
Yeah. Yes. Yep, got to remember that on Pinterest and an iPad, got to use the browser.
Okay. This is kind of a guy painting, isn't it? I don't know. Maybe that's too prejudicial.
Well, it's still not my barn and tractor.
No, it's not. I noticed that.
I noticed that right off the bat as soon as you started putting those boats in. I thought for a second there could be my barn and tractor on a hillside, but no.
Oh, gosh. Oh, gosh. Really? You thought that? I'm so sorry.
It's a sad day.
Yeah, it is. It's a sad day, man. You thought that, right?
Okay, it looks like she's going to be almost done, right, boss?
Well, bounce down. Go ahead and
Bounce
start the
on.
drawing.
So last call for entries. Last call. Looks like we're about 238. Last call. We're going to shut it off. I think this might be a good example of a messed up horizon line.
Yeah, because it's we're on a chipped up ocean. The ocean has fallen off. This is a Columbus Ocean where all the water drained off the.
John, what kind of tractor you want? I just want a tractor on a barn with chickens and cows, and instead I get a rock with seals. So close.
Well,
I guess I got to find a cruise ship that's going to go through the dairy lands, through the Midwest.
Okay. I'd just like that to be a little bit bluer.
All right, closing the entries.
Closing the entries. Are you closing the entries?
I'm closing the entries, boss.
Closing the entries. All right, close them up.
Close them up. Echo, how are you feeling today? Oh, good. She's not talking. Alexa, you know, the power outage really messes up my girls.
Why don't you let me pick a number?
Oh, really?
What's the number? I'll pick a number.
Let's just see if I can get my staff working again.
Okay, all right. I'm
Ooh,
having fun.
I know
I'm
what she's
still
plugged
adding
into.
lights and darks to this, right? You know the expression, wherever there's a light, there's a dark.
We know that expression. That'll go on a t-shirt.
You had that, right, the expression before? You've heard this?
I've heard it before.
Okay. All right, so now we've got white.
$244 entries.
Okay, I don't know. Who's going to want the...
Echo, are you working?
Everything seems to be working. If something's wrong, you can send feedback through the help and feedback section of the
Yeah,
Alexa
okay.
app.
All right. Thank you. Echo, pick a number between 1 and 244.
Your random number between 1 and 244 is 75.
Wow. All the way back at the other end. I have the winner.
Do
I know
you?
who it is.
Who is it?
Debbie Johnson.
Debbie, congratulations.
Please use
Debbie.
to contact us, Debbie, if you're still out there, and give us your mailing address. It will go out by the end of the week. Usually goes out on Fridays. You have to let it fully dry, and we have to shellac it. How about some tub of towels? You got a tub of towel sample there? We can give away a few tub of towels.
Yeah, I
Do
do.
you have your sample there? You can show them what we're...
Here's our tub of towel sample. Right like this. Debbie's going to get one of these too. And our tub of towels is the... this is how I clean the mildew off that floor. And incidentally, I wanted to finish that floor story in that we never had any problems. There was no more water. It wasn't coming up from the floor. And once we got rid of that, moldy waffle pad, which was, it was on an area rug with a heavy coffee table sitting on top of it. So, I mean, that didn't get moved, and, nothing ever got moved. You see, because that's where it just sat. And who knows how many years that had been just sitting there, condensating, drying out, molding, out, molding.
Please
I mean, it was
stop.
just disgusting. And no way to know that. I was just going to give that a kind of a warning, you guys. You just never know about these things. I was going to share it with you. And all's well that ends well. The mat got thrown out. We're not using that rug anymore. And the floor is fine. And the tub of towels took the black marks from the mold off the floor. And this is the tub of towels. Look how it's taking this off my hands. And if you notice that I have my engagement ring on, and you'll notice this other ring. And I'm going to tell you about that tomorrow. John's getting one too. His is not going to be here for a few weeks, but this is not about the wedding. This is about something else entirely. And wait till you hear what this ring does. But we'll tell you tomorrow. How's that? So we'll see.
And we do have a wedding date. We've seen anything yet?
Oh, yeah. Well, we do have a wedding date. And we're going to be announcing that. And a cruise is involved.
Of course there's a cruise involved. That's just a silly statement.
I'm going to just move this paper because I didn't like the green on here. Here's our sailboats.
Our winning sailboats.
Our winning sailboats.
All right, so that's Debbie. Hey, let's do another drawing for a couple tub of towels. Echo. Let's do a split. Pick a number between 1 and 122.
Your random number between 1 and 122 is 78.
You're sucking the 70, girl. This is a tub of towel winner.
Hey, why doesn't the tub of towel get a free downloadable lesson too? Let's just up our game. How about that, tub of towel winner?
Tub of towel winner, you're going to get us also a free downloadable.
Free downloadable lesson. What do you guys think of that? I wish that this red
You're
would
going to
show
go
up.
to Ginger Cook On Demand.
Tell us which one you'd like to win.
You have to get a one credit.
One credit. It's up to 1 credit. There's lots of videos that are worth 1 credit, and Up to just like up to a what? How many dollar value? Of what? $40 value?
50, $49.95.
$49.95 value. It's a really $49.95 value for that, right?
TOT and downloadable.
Yeah, just go up to there and see that.
If you have a question, Johnny, give us a call. Or give us a call. Oh, go ahead, call us sometime. Use to contact us and we'll explain further. Echo, pick a number between 145 and 244.
Your random number between 145 and 244 is 150.
150. I know who that one is.
Who?
Liz McCheney? McHenry. McHenry. Cannot read it that far.
Liz McHenry. All right, congratulations, Liz. You not only won some nifty tub of towels, a little sample of that, but you have won another free downloadable lesson. Again, go to Ginger Cook On Demand. These are lessons that are you own them forever, and you don't have to have an internet to watch them. Once you have to have an internet to see them the first time, then you download them. They're on your computer. You want to go traveling or go somewhere, and you want to just not have to rely on internet. Some people have terrible internet, and the downloadables are just a real lifesaver. It's up to $50 value. You can even get our Back to Basics series with that, which it has 24 videos in it, which is pretty cool. So anyway, congratulations on winning that, and we appreciate you guys hanging in there with the live lessons and joining us for the live when we do it. You're going to see some wonderful lessons. Well, we're going to do some more live lessons next week, and I'll show you what will be coming up in the future. So here's our...
Wait, not next week.
We got 2 live lessons coming up next week.
Okay, there is not next week. Next week we're on the cruise. See, this is Sunday.
You know, you think the week starts with Monday.
Our week starts on Sundays. No, our week starts on Sundays. We're a Sunday to Saturday shop. We have been a Sunday to Saturday shop.
Since when?
Like 5 years ago.
Really?
Did
All right,
you not get
this is a
memo?
question, you guys. Here, put it in the comments at the end. Does your week start on Monday or Sunday?
Or Saturday? Or
when,
Friday? Or Thursday?
When does your week start?
When does your week start?
Because I was always just, I was
Sunday.
the nursery rhyme. Monday's the day we wash our clothes. Remember?
You don't wash your clothes on Monday?
No, but that was the nursery rhyme.
Why would that be a nursery rhyme? Did you wash your clothes on Monday?
No, but that was the rhyme. You guys know what I'm talking about, too.
No.
The rhyme, right?
No. You're not going to win this
You
one.
probably are, boy, you never heard that poem because nobody expected boys to wash anything. And then Tuesday's the day we iron our clothes. There was a whole song on housework.
So you wash on Monday, you iron on Tuesday. What do you do on Wednesday?
I forgot because it was not a great song, but I blocked it out. But there were things one did. And I'm just saying that it started with Monday.
Okay, we have Sunday, Monday, Monday, Sunday, 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 Monday, Monday, Sunday, Monday. Sunday. Tuesday. Tina.
All right, I'm just
Monday,
saying. It's just
Sunday,
so I hope you guys liked our.
Our week starts on Sunday, so there'll be no live show next week. You have 3 more this week.
Okay.
Monday, Friday, and Saturday. Make sure you subscribe. Turn your little bell on.
Yeah, it'll be fun, you guys. Have fun with this. I hope you guys
Could you
enjoyed
squeeze
winning
us
this.
closer together?
And let's put these. Here's our
There
2.
you
Let
go.
me put the final. This is the this is our final one here.
Is it?
Yeah, that's the final one.
You sure?
Yeah.
Okay.
And I want you to see the difference. This one was done with no. This is the final one. I lied. This one, these trees were done with
That's what I
Van Dyke
thought.
Brown, and these were done with Payne's Gray. And see the difference?
I like the brown better.
And the brown is a little bit better, isn't it? It was just
it was too dark. The other
just a
ones were
little
too
bit
dark.
better, huh?
The other ones are too dark.
A little too dark. Now that we've, it never hurts to redo stuff. People always say, well, I'll redo something. Somebody sent me something today, and they had a painting, very first painting they ever did, and they repainted it. And I'm going to suggest if you have a first painting, it's too late now for this person, but if you have a painting, your very first few paintings that you've done, keep them. And then if you want to do it again, wait 6 months and do the whole thing all over again. Start again. Don't go off the same mistakes you made before. Look at the picture with whole new eyes. Put that other one away. Don't even look at it. And see what you would know. What would you do differently? And then compare them. And I think you'll be
You'd be
shocked
shocked, yeah.
at how good you've gotten. So this was
Absolutely.
great fun. We'll see you tomorrow night. We're going to be doing this snow scene.
Our last snow season of the season.
Is it?
Snow scene. It's our last snow scene.
Well, I haven't. Well, I might do more because it's only February. I don't know. Probably is though. So anyway, this is
The next ones I got on the board are not snow.
Yeah, no, okay. All right. So have fun with this, and thanks for watching, you guys. And I guess that was the question. That if you happen to tell me what you'd like to see in the Ginger's Gems, and if you're Academy members, we're going to do a lot of gems that are going to be illustrated with paint. There'll be more in-depth Ginger's Gems, so look for those. And besides your regular weekly lessons, we've got a lot in store for you this year, and we're excited that the birthday bash is coming, and can't wait to see those of you who are going to meet me for the first time next week on the cruise.
If those who are
of the
coming back
Seas.
again for a revisit, we're sorry. Nothing's changed.
Yeah, and we'll have some wedding news. We've got our wedding planned a year in advance. That's how.
Yeah, it's going to be. We can tell you it is May of 2020.
May of 2020. We've done it a year in advance, but we'll let
Just in
people
case anybody wanted to join us on a cruise ship.
You never know. So, all right. So we'll see you then. See you tomorrow.
See you in 2020?
No, I'm going to see you
we just
tomorrow.
finished the conversation in 2020. You said we'll see you then.
Oh.
Are you paying attention?
What I meant was I will see you tomorrow.
Now, will you really see them, or will they see you? Huh.
Well,
something
that's
to
the
come.
question tonight. Say goodbye. Say goodbye, John.
Goodbye, John. Where is it? Sammy? Get us out of here.
Bye, you guys.
Put that over there. Sammy and Judy.
Art hugs from Texas.
Art hugs from Texas, y'all.
Y'all come back now here.
I'm a student, I say with glee, of Ginger Cook's Academy. Take your time and do not rush. Use ruby satin, silver brush. Don't use black and mix the green. Learn what blend and grayscale mean. Yes, I hope each day to earn coaching praises as I learn. I'll be an artist, wait and see. Ginger means the world to me.